it's Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to DIY your very own floral letters that you can put, obviously, in any wording. I'm going to be putting over my baby's crib. I also think this would be super cute for maybe bridal, wedding, or just like regular room decor as well. And I know if you buy these retail, they can get pretty pricey, and so I tried to figure out a way to DIY my own on a budget, like as cheap as possible. So here is what I came up with. Okay, so the materials that you'll need are foam poster board, and I actually got this at the dollar store. It was $1 each. So depending on how many letters or numbers you want to make, you might need more or less poster board than I do. For 7 letters, I bought 2 poster boards, but of course it also depends on how big you want your letters. And then next, you're gonna need the flowers, and to make it as cheap as possible, I actually am DIYing my very own fabric peonies. And of course you can just store buy fake flowers, but those do tend to add up. For like nice ones, you can find fake flowers at the dollar store, which I was debating, but I didn't find like cute ones and like a lot of them to cover 7 letters, so I decided to DIY my own. For the center, you're gonna need like styrofoam balls, but heck, I found eggs. These are like Easter eggs at the dollar store. I found them in different sizes, and one whole pack was $1, so I was like, yeah, this is like the perfect size for my fake flowers. But of course, if you're making this in a season where you don't have access to Easter eggs at the dollar store, you can always just get the styrofoam balls. Anything that will recreate this shape basically to hold for the center of your flower. Next, you're gonna need fabric of your choice. I got polyester lining, as well as this like see-through organza. I think it's also made out of polyester, but I will put, sorry, I'm so out of breath, but I will put the tutorial that I used in the description box for more information. Go ahead and check that out if you have more questions. But yeah. And then lastly, just to add a little bit of fullness, I did get some fake leaves from Michael's. So to start out, I'm gonna print the letters as like a template. Then I'll cut it out of my foam board. You can always buy pre-cut letters, but they do kind of add up. If you have a short word, it might be worth it just to buy the pre-cut letters, and you can find them in wood and other materials as well. But because I did want to put my full baby's name, and it's 7 letters, and then, you know, if it's $5 a letter, that's already $35 out of your budget plus tax. And yeah, so just size it accordingly. You don't even need to print out a template. If you don't want to, you can always just hand draw it and cut it out. But this way it just looks a little neater. So once you have your letters all ready to go, you're just gonna go ham making your fake flowers. And there's a bunch of tutorials on YouTube. Like I said, I will link the one that I'm using in the description box. But if you like different flowers, roses, lilies, I don't know, you can go crazy with whatever kind of flowers you want to. But basically what I did was I cut the fabric into petal sizes and shapes, starting out with small pieces. I rounded the corners over the flame, and then I just want to cover the center, in my case the Easter egg that I'm using. But if you're using a styrofoam little ball, you'll probably don't have to cover it as much, but I didn't want the color to show through. So basically what I'm doing here is I am covering up the center of my flower. Then I started to take bigger pieces of fabric and apply those to my flower using the hot glue gun, and gradually increasing the size of the petals as I go around another time. And I also alternated between the solid fabric and my organza see-through type of fabric, and that just created a really cool texture and more of like a fullness to the flower. And be very, very careful while you're using the hot glue gun. I burned my fingers too many times and it really hurts, so please, especially with the open flame as well, use caution, parental guidance, whatever is necessary to be safe, because it really hurts to burn your fingers. But yes, I basically just alternated my petals, and depending on the kind of flower look that I was going for, I either had them curl inwards towards the flower to create more of like a peony type of look, and with those, like, the petals are more equal in size, or I had the petals curl outwards to create like a rose. So just experiment with different petal sizes, shapes, and like where the petals are blooming from, and you'll create different looks. Okay, so super easy. Once I have my letters and my flowers, I'm just gonna combine them together. So I'm gonna rearrange the flowers how I think will look nice, and then to attach it, I'm just gonna be using a trusty dusty hot glue gun. So originally I was planning on covering the letters completely with flowers, but I actually didn't make quite enough, so I had some white of the letter showing, which I just covered with those fake leaves that I bought before. And I actually don't mind the way that this looks. It just has a different feel to it, but if you want more of like the flower like bouquets that like the Kardashians and other celebrities have been gifted, just overload the entire letter with flowers. I also used scrap pieces of that organza fabric, which I put over the flame to give it a nice curl, and then I put it in between the flowers to make it look a little fuller so that it won't have so many empty spaces. To secure it to the wall, I'm just going to be using command strips. I am renting, so I'm not trying to be putting like unnecessary amount of holes, and plus command strips are just so much easier. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Super simple, just really time consuming. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you end up trying this out and you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I love reading your comments. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a like and to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And until I see you guys next time. Bye guys.